What is going on, everybody? Another lovely candidate circa 2019, hitting it real hard with the pusher, hitting it real hard with the DCR. But one of the things I want to show you guys is how to hook up 12 volts or where to find it. You know the batteries are 12 volts, but sometimes if you have something in here, you don't want to go through here. But if you get it, I'm going to show you guys that so you're a little more well-rounded when looking for 12 volts. All right, guys, let's go. All right, everybody, thanks so much for coming back and checking us out. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe right here. Let me turn this fan off because I feel like the background noise is a little too much. We have a 2019 Super Duty, came from Tennessee, and we did some upgrades, did the DCR, did the pusher. But one of the things I've been thinking about and has been on my list of video making material is how to find 12 volts in your truck, whether you're going to be inside or you're going to be under the hood, or maybe you have to go from inside to under the hood and I'm uncomfortable with running wires through the firewall. Well, there is an answer for that, and I'm going to show you today. Where do you guys want to start first? Should we stay underneath the hood? Should we go inside? Well, I think I'm going to do underneath the hood. If you guys have watched the upfitter switch video, which we did on a 2019, and it would be right here. Remember, we ran that wire all the way down under the radiator, came up through here, and wound up making the connection underneath here where that big lug was. Now, if you had the 2020 plus trucks, your box actually would be kind of like right here, instead of being right here where it has been for quite a few years, since 2017. So find out if your box is over there or over here. 2017 through 2019 are right here. This is the upfitter switch box. And if you guys didn't know, there is a tag on said harness. Loom. Where is this? Here, let me get it right side up for you guys. All of these wires go to the upfitter switches, and you can see the different color wires are going to correspond to the different relay outputs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have a run start output. We have PTO relay control, PTO output, and check it out, a 20 amp B plus, brown with red. Brown with rojo, right there, look at that. This wire, hot at all times, hot with the key on. Let's check it and see. It just says B plus. Is it B plus hot right now, or is it B plus only with the key on? Couple things you guys can choose from. We have a DVOM, a multimeter. You don't have to buy a very expensive one. You can go to the HF, the Harbor Freights, and get one. Another very important device is a test light, and you need a test light with an incandescent light bulb. Don't get one that has an LED, because when you go to load test, having an LED bulb is not going to give you the load for that circuit. I have been successful in finding good load test results with this. If the light is bright, it's good. If it's real dim, it's not good. The LED light is going to light bright regardless. It takes real minimal voltage to light that LED light. This one is real important. One of my top ones. Now, Ray and I were talking about this a couple of weeks ago, and it's actually the Power Probe. The Power Probe is an awesome tool. I love it, and I need to clean this drawer out. I'm embarrassed, don't look at it. The Power Probe is very useful, and I say that because we have two connections here. We can either hook it to the battery, or if we are going inside the vehicle, it actually has the cigarette lighter adapter. So we don't have to go underneath the hood. And once you hook it up, it does this. All right, so the Power Probe, we can give, shut the tone off, we can give any circuit we want power or we can give any circuit we want ground. Now what happens if you guys start using this and start probing these connections and these wires and not realizing that some of these are communication circuits? And I'm gonna go ahead and juice this because I thought it was going to my rear taillights. Communication circuits aren't supposed to have 12 volts and they're hooked to your modules. Oh man, you guys are gonna mess something up. It's real important to know the roadmap before you start using this. People who've been in the industry for at least 10 years, I feel, would be confident to use this and not screw anything up. A novice, pay attention before you start probing. So we're gonna use this. I'm gonna see if I can get this little bugger in here. You can be stupid. And what do you think would happen here? I gotta try to pierce this just a little bit. So probably not a good idea to do what I'm doing. Not good. So Power Probe actually has adapters. We got one for a bigger gauge wire, one for thinner wires. Since this is not hooked up to anything, I'm gonna go all the way down here at the end, and I'm just gonna show you. Some people don't like these because this actually pierces the insulation, and if you don't tape it up or put a little dot of silicone or something to block that path for air to get to the copper, you could wind up actually having a corroded circuit if you did this underneath the car, or you were in the salt states, or whatever. This can hurt you. I just want you guys to know that. So we take the point off, and that goes right in here. So now we can verify. The key off in my pocket, we have hot 12 volts all the time. If you need hot 12 volts all the time and you don't want to put anything onto the battery so it looks all nasty, right here, like literally right here. This can be used for many things. A lot of guys will have air compressors hooked up. They don't want power coming from the cab, they want power out here, or they have a train horn they want hooked up, or we have a relay that needs to be powered up because we're controlling something with an upfitter switch. So the relay needs 12 volts all the time, but now we need to control that relay because we're gonna work our train horns or whatever. I'm just giving you a situation. And here's our upfitter switch. So now we have power to our relay, we have our relay coming out, going to our upfitter switch. Now we can toggle that relay on and off. That's going to control our load. So very useful. This is underneath the hood. We don't need to do anything with the Power Probe. We don't need to get anything power. Super easy. Like I said, this stuff went right down here, right into like the little fender cavity over here. A lot of people don't use these. A lot of people don't have them, and when they order their trucks, they're kind of ticked off that the $167 option for upfitter switches is now going to cost them over $1,000 because of all the parts and the overhead trip console and the wiring harness, and then if you're not doing it, the labor you're going to pay for that to be installed. So that is number one. It is a good, easy location. Like I said, some of the batteries will have a stud. Some of them do not. When we come over to the passenger side battery, we'll show you the difference over here. So the driver side, we have no stud, but the passenger side, we have a stud. So where do you want to run power? Do you hook up to the driver side battery? Do you hook up to the passenger side battery? It all depends on where your load is. Are you going to the back of the vehicle? Are you going to the front? Are you right down here underneath the passenger's feet area? You gotta ask yourself, where are you going? So if you guys are gonna want to come and start on the passenger side, here's our 12 volts, okay? We could fabricate a little harness. Now we have to go in the truck. You guys look, some are not in this position, but I can actually see them right here. See these wires right here? These are our pass-through wires. I'm pulling it out of the tape. It's taped around the harness. All right, these are 4 circuits that the good people of Ford Motor Company leaves us. We have 4 of them. You see them right there? 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those 4 wires are going through the firewall. We have 4 of them. We have 4 out here, and we have 4 on the inside. They're tucked up by the fuse panel, but they are the same color wires as they are out here. So if you need to hook up your dash cam, and your dash cam needs to be powered up all the time, okay? Power, no problem. Make your harness, come over here. What about ground? Do you hook up ground here, or do you hook up ground inside the truck? A little easier inside the truck. I don't like taking these out because the stud can fall down and the spacer can fall out, and sometimes you can get it boogered up and not have to put this back on correctly. So I try not to mess with this connection. I don't like to. One other quick thing to note, if you remember the upfitter switch install video, here's some studs right there. These are powered all the time. This is coming from the battery and is powering up the fuse box. So if you want, you can take that 10 off, set down an eyelet underneath that, put the nut back on, and instead of going from the battery, you could keep your harness nice and tight right here and then hook up to your upfitter switches. So let's say you're gonna hook up this white with brown. That's the first one that I like to use when I use the pass-through wires. So I am going to locate this one inside the truck. Well, why don't you guys come with me? We're gonna take the floor mat out. Take the floor mat out, and then we're gonna take this out. And then let's go ahead and take this out. See if I can one-hand it. Oh, wow, it's not the light-up ones. Oh, that's limited. Just the limited ones. Let's see if we can get this thing pulled up. Pull the weather strip up. Just enough to get this out. Right here, there's a stud. I don't want you guys to break that stud. Kind of pull this out and rotate it, and then you'll be able to save that stud. So we got some illuminations. You're gonna come in here and see this harness. This harness is everything for the PTO. If you had like a tow truck or something, these would be hooked up here, and then they'd have some wires that they drill through the floor of the cab because they don't know what they're doing. They're going to hook up this one and this one and this one and use your upfitter switch, whatever one you want, hit the parking brake, and then the truck is going to idle up and the PTO is going to function. Well, don't get rid of this just yet. I'm going to show you where these pass-through wires are. First, I have to find them. I don't see them just yet. Let's turn on my tip of my light. Let's see, where are the pass-through wires? If I were to be a pass-through wire. Okay, I found them. Oh, they're right in my face. What a turd. What a turd. But the question is, can I show you guys? All right, let's see if I can show you. Right. They were right on the ceiling of in here. Oop. Is that them? It's hard to do it when you're upside down. Right here. Nope. I don't know what that went to. What connector is that to? It's got a deadhead in it. Ooh, them are some thick wires. Man, where the hell did that go? I don't know what that is. I'll have to look that up. That sparks my curiosity. All right, upfitter, pass-through wires. Sorry, pass-through. Here they are. You can see those 4 bundle right there. See them? Match up the same color that you had underneath the hood, because that is going to denote what circuit you're going to be on. And that is really perturbing me. Where the hell, for one, did that come from? And if that was to be hooked up, what is that for? Weird. Never seen that before. All right, let's go back to the wiring diagram that I have casually pulled up so that I could show you all. Let's see. All right, I am in customer access for the wiring diagrams, and here is the diesel. This is the bundle, whoops. This is the bundle of wiring that I was just telling you guys about for the PTO. And let me go down. Here we go. So right now we are looking at this connector, and it looks like we have a green with orange. A green with orange? Do we have a green with orange? Orange? Is that green with orange? All right, well, look where green and orange says it's supposed to be. Look at that. 5 amps, hot in start or run. That's kind of what we need if we were hooking up a dash cam, right? We don't need a 20 amp circuit for a freaking dash cam. 5 amps is just perfect. And there ain't nothing even on this circuit that is protecting. It's waiting. It's waiting for you to hook it up. Right there. Where'd it go? Brown with orange. 12 volts right there. If you guys, well, I don't think you guys would not have this. You guys should have this regardless, because all Super Duties are able to have a PTO. I believe even the gassers. And I can tell you that that was never ran correctly from the factory. So that is actually supposed to be, let me pull this back out, run this over here. Okay, let me go ahead and plug her back in. Plug her in, bud. Plug her in. All right, we're plugged in. And then I'm gonna take that, which is supposed to be higher up, and it's supposed to allow this PTO connector access to plug in like that. So that's supposed to be, you know, kind of dangling like that. So green with orange. Where did it go? Where did it go? So you would need a wiring diagram. Where the hell did it go? Yeah, right here. Found it. Okay, green with orange. So if you go over here and monitor that, green with orange ain't even on there. You flip it over here, green with orange. Nope, it's the same sticker. Violet. You flip it over, green with orange right there. See the top? Green with orange. CBP 22. CBP 22. That sounds like a circuit number to me. Let's see what that circuit is actually coming from the BCM. Let's see. Look at that. CBP 22 green with orange. I think we found it. If you guys can locate this underneath your dash, underneath the passenger side, broskies, we have 12 volts right here. Now, I don't want you to say that you can't do something like this. Let's go over to home base and get the electrical drawer, which I probably still need to clean out. Let's see. Do I have, let me see, this organized chaos. I see it in my head. I may have used them. Let's see where. I see them in my head. Actually, you know what? I don't think it would be in home base. Let me go in this one. Maybe it is in here. I want to give you guys, I want to show you exactly what I'm talking about. I don't think, damn, I know I had one. What I'm trying to explain to you is they make a fuse holder. You can pull out one of these fuses, put the fuse holder in it, put your fuse in that fuse holder and the fuse that you took out, and it leaves you with a wire that you can hook up to whatever you want. But essentially, that's doing the same thing. This is only 5 amps. You're going to hook up something bigger, 5 amps just really isn't going to cut it. So, using one of these circuits, 20 amp, 30 amp, find out what's on this circuit. You don't want to be plugging in a refrigerator to an outlet you're installing in your truck, and it's on a 30 amp fuse already that's got something large on it. I mean, guys, that doesn't make sense. I am excited, however, to be talking about this one soon, in due time, I appreciate you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys for listening, following our direction. And if you are looking for 12 volts and you're not trying to go to the batteries and you're trying to go to the battery junction box or use those pass-through wires, you might want to reference this video and find out the roadmap before you start poking and prodding up in your Super Duty and causing problems. I appreciate you guys for watching. I can't turn this light off, I just did. Remember to like, comment, sub, share, and I'll catch you guys all next time on another Ford Super Duty. See ya!